Hello, I'm Dr. Russell Don, President of Concordia University Chicago. Thank you for tuning in to today's Cougar Athletics broadcast. We take great pride in the strength of both our athletic and academic programs, which are rooted in our steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ. Dedicated to the liberal arts as a foundation of a high-quality college degree, we believe education should form individuals for service to their neighbors. This makes Concordia Chicago an exciting and fulfilling place to study, work, learn, and grow. Learn more today by visiting cuchicago.edu. Thank you, and go Cougars!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, here from River Forest as we get set.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Concordia Stadium for today's non-conference action featuring the St. Xavier Cougars and your Concordia University Chicago Cougars. Let's meet today's starting lineups first for St. Xavier. In goal, number 0, Diana Gonzalez. Number 2, Gina Pavarelli. Number 5, Ailey Gallardo. Number 10, Giselle Almazan. Number 11, Jacqueline Gonzalez. Number 12, Haley Henry. Number 9, Nita Ocampo. Number 15, Hope Lewis. Number 17, Everalda Diaz. Number 19, Kalani Dia. And number 23, Ashley Clifton. Head coach of the Cougars is Jim Harkness. And now the starting lineup for your Concordia University Chicago Cougars. In goal, number 1, Cassie Salenzi. Number 2, Hannah Bowers. Number 3, Allie Brown. Number 4, Brittany Chancellor. Number 5, Megan Wilkinson McQuaid. Number 8, Grace Wadowski. Number 12, Valeria Fernandez. Number 17, Melissa Kenworthy. Number 22, Katana Watson. Number 24, Shelby Sims. And number 31, Jamie Siebert. Head coach of the Cougars is Eddie Garza. And now that we ask all that are able to please rise, gentlemen, kindly remove your caps and face the flag as we honor America and the women of our military and our first responders with the playing of our national anthem.
We welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, from a happy place here in River Forest. It is all Cougars today as the Cougars of St. Xavier take on the Cougars of Concordia Chicago here. Alongside Peter Barkowski, my name is Rafael Gonzalez here for play-by-play. And Peter, what are your thoughts on today's matchup?
Well, Rafael, two teams looking to get their first wins of the season under their rookie head coaches. Eddie Garza at the helm for the Concordia Cougars. Meanwhile, Jim Harkness, he's taken over the program at St. Xavier's. Again, St. Xavier's coming into today. They're sporting a record of 0-3-1. Their opponents from Concordia, 0-1-1. So two teams desperate to get a win under their belt before we hop into conference play, which isn't too far off right now.
Indeed. So far, the Cougars of St. Xavier, they came out of a loss to St. Francis past weekend, while the Cougars of Concordia Chicago came off of a 1-0 loss at Lake Forest. Their only home game this year for the Cougars was a 1-1 all draw against St. Mary's, Indiana, which you, Peter, you saw that firsthand in their performance.
Well, the Cougars' story, and you could see it in both their games, it's been that defense. Only let up one against Lake Forest, which might have been a misplay by the senior keep in net for the Cougars, Cassie Salenzi. We'll get to her in just a second. And the only goal they allowed against Lake Forest, that was on a penalty kick. So defensively, they've only really let one goal up, one regular goal, if you will. And a big reason for that, as I just mentioned, was the play of Cassie Salenzi in net. She's been playing out of her mind so far in these 2 games, only allowing 1 goal a game. Meanwhile, she's sporting a save percentage of .905. Those are hockey numbers, if you want to say it. So, Salenzi, she's a big reason the Cougars have been in both these games. If she can get some offensive support, things are going to look a lot better here in Concordia.
The senior who just made her 200th career save this past weekend, only becoming the 5th goalkeeper in Cougars history for the women's soccer team. So we get set, and we're off. The opening half underway. The Cougars and Xavier in the all-black, going from left to right, as the Cougars of Concordia Chicago in the all-white from right to left. Today's officiating crew, Caitlin Talbot is the referee, alongside with assistant referees Martin Garcia and Carolyn O'Donnell. So far, possession early on. Presenting Xavier. Taken away in the midfield now. Brown. He'll throw in for the Cougars. Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, a match of 2 first-year head coaches. Presenting Xavier's side, Jim Harkness, who was announced just less than a month ago as the head coach of St. Xavier. He spent 7 years at the program as the men's assistant coach from 2005 to 2012. And then for the Cougars in Concordia Chicago, we have Eddie Garcia, who spent the past 5 years at Northern Illinois as an assistant, which the past few weeks he's mentioned how he sees the group right now as a very talented group and how they have to outwork the opponent. First opportunity in the final third there.
Well, during his tenure at NIU, Eddie Garza helped develop a possession style of play for the school. And we've kind of seen that with the Cougars so far. Very good defensively. Other teams, they have been in the Cougars zone a lot, but they haven't had a lot of good shots off. I think that's because of Garza's influence. Once this team gets more comfortable in his system, I think the results are going to start showing up on paper more.
And not only that, the type of style he plays with 5 defenders in the back, led by Bowers, Wilkinson, Fernandez, Kenworthy, and Watson, the 5 defenders, along with the trio in the midfield. Coming throw in here. And Salenzi will call it into her 2 feet. Salenzi boots it away. Finds right there to Sims. So far, both teams are at the early part of the season and have really struggled in the final third of attacking and capitalizing on scoring. Both teams combined only have 2 goals between them. In the midfield. And a good challenge there by Brown. It's possession now for Concordia.
Brown has been on the ball, for lack of better terms so far, defensively for the Cougars all season. Really tenacious, gets her feet in there, really tries to mess up the opposite player. So she does a good job disrupting the play and getting the Cougars the ball back.
Ball currently in the hands of the goalkeeper of St. Xavier, Diana Gonzalez. She looks for her first win as a netminder for St. Xavier. Speaking of Brown, there she has it again. Lays up on the far side of the touchline. However, well read there by St. Xavier. Henry. Nice little flick right there, but well read there by Brown again.
And that's really been the Cougars' play defensively. As opponents, who are also named the Cougars in this game, Opponents of CUC don't really have that hard a time entering their half of the pitch, but it's getting past, the 20-yard line. If you want a visual, that's been a struggle for teams against CUC. They do a really good job kind of shutting them down once they get that close to the box.
The final third defensively have done outstanding so far for the Cougars, according to Chicago. So throw in here. Campo. And whistles. There's a beautiful warm day here at River Forest. A bit windy, but other than that, can't complain at all. Perfect conditions for a beautiful afternoon of soccer. That passer to Brown right there. She was looking to give it off there. Sims. Miscommunication on their part. So far, both teams are testing each other out, trying to find out which team has the advantage, particularly in the midfield. Being pushed to the ground right there, it appears. A foul. A free kick will be given to Concordia.
Well, we haven't seen CUC in St. Xavier's side of the pitch much today. Good chance to get something set up. That is something the Cougars probably do need to improve on a little, is maintaining possession on the offensive side of things. As we see that one roll its way to Gonzalez, so it kind of ends that attempt from the Cougars. But again, defensively they've been really good, and that's why they're playing a lot of defense every game. If that offense can give the D a little bit of a break, keep the ball on the other side of the pitch for a while, not only is that going to bode well offensively, but that's going to give the defense a breather and maybe even take them to another level.
Indeed. It's either one of two things. Either we play very defensively and we keep the game a tie, like a 1-0, 0-0 draw, or we start playing more attacking, which leaves us exposed to the back defensively. Salamazan. It's off of Gonzalez, who trying to flick it right there to the attacker, which was Diaz. It's a throw in. Comes McQuaid. Now sprinting in the midfield, and now on the far touchline. And well read there by Brown. Pick it off. Throw in. And cleared away right there that time by Bowers. And a whistle on the Cougars. Concordia. Now look to get out of their defensive third and move into the midfield and hopefully have an opportunity to reach the attacking side of St. Xavier. Pass right there to Gonzalez, down on the wing. Gonzalez lets one rip, however, right into the feet right there of Bowers. She clears it away.
Another thing Cougars defenders do really good is once that ball is getting to that box, kind of that high scoring opportunity, they're just more focused about booting it away rather than getting possession, which, obviously has the draw that it's hard to get the ball in your control, but also make sure that ball ends up nowhere near the net.
Here comes Chancellor now with it on a 2-on-1. Beautiful pass right there. The Seaver has an opportunity and goal. Great save by Gonzalez as it goes out. A play. First great opportunity for the Concordia, and nearly give them a 1-0 lead.
Good play there by Gonzalez Jr. net for St. Xavier. She came all the way out. She really shut that angle down for Siebert. Siebert really had no option there. Maybe could have tried to go around her, try and give herself a little more room, but when you're in that close, you got a defender right on your back. You're not really thinking about stuff like that. So good positioning from Gonzalez. See if the Cougars can get this one back now on the corner kick.
First corner kick of the day, in swinging corner. And nearly goes into the back of the net. It'll be another corner, however, for the Cougars. Concordia. Goal and opportunity here to take a 1-0 lead. Corner. And it nearly gets past Gonzalez. There's a scrap for it and cleared away at the end by the defense of St. Xavier. And now on a counter attack, it's a 3-on-3, however. Stop possession now. Clifton and lost it and kicked out of the way. And Watson tries to chase for it. Can't get there in time. So far, first big chance of the day goes to Concordia.
That's really what CUC needs more of if they want to solve their offensive woes, is sustained attack like that. Obviously, that's easier said than done, but this is a team. They're only averaging about a little over 6 shots per game so far. I know that's a small sample size, but this is a team who needs to get shots up. This was a problem last year as well. So getting those sustained possessions offensively, kind of an easy equation. That's going to lead to some more goals, or at least some more chances.
So far, things are looking good, though, for Concordia. Now a race for the ball headed up into the air. Now controlled. This time he goes to Gallardo. He's out to the left side of the wing now. There, Diaz. Well read that time by Sims.
Nice pickup there by Sims. Monmouth College transfer to CUC this year. Brings a lot of playing experience with her throughout her career. Appeared in 55 games, starting 40 of them coming into today. So good veteran leader for the Cougars. They picked up from across the state.
It's Allie Brown again. Spins up to the Chancellor. An opportunity for Cybert again. The race for the ball. Gonzalez boots it away in time. Near a scary moment right there for St. Xavier again.
Well, something to keep note of if you're the Cougars. Gonzalez is really aggressive. She likes coming out to try and play that ball. It's kind of the same thing Cassie Salenzi does for CUC. So Cougars keep that in mind. Might be a key to unlocking how to beat her.
Brown fell on the ground, not falling onto the ground herself. It's Diaz. Wilkinson has it now. Give it a little give and go right there between both of them. Kentworthy. Still kept in play. Gonzalez and loses possession immediately, having control of the ball. Nearly 15 minutes gone here in the opening half. It is still a scoreless 0-0 game between both the Cougars and the Cougars. taken away in the final third. Critical loss right there, possession. As the ball hits Brown on the way there. Now cleared away that time again by Sims. So far, neither team can get the tempo going from either side. It's pretty much been a battle in the midfield trying to gain possession.
And you can think a lot of that, so some sloppy passing, some sloppy throw-ins as well. No one's really doing a good job of controlling the balls. Looks like we got a substitution here. Megan Wilkinson McQuaid, she's out. Coming in, it's number 13, Lucia Falona. So Coach Garza making his first substitution of the day. See if this can kickstart something here for the Cougars.
Early substitution hopefully brings a spark to Concordia. As Lindsay now has the ball. Now she sends everyone upfield. The way Ryan to the feet of Brown, who immediately gives it off right there to Fulham. Siebert nearly gained possession. Still trying to win it back, however. And it's going to result in a goal kick.
Siebert, a junior in her first year with Concordia. She's shown some impressive speed throughout her first two games in about 16 minutes. So definitely a nice weapon for the Cougars to have offensively. We saw her get a good chance earlier in the game. Thanks to that speed, created that one-on-one with the goalie. Gonzalez came out, made that nice play there. But Siebert could be a good addition to this team offensively.
Chance potentially coming here for Xavier in the final third. Cleared away in time right there by Hernandez defensively. And now they look to boot it away this time with Golowski. And she does.
Fernandez, another player who's done some really solid work for the Cougars. She might not be showing up on the stat sheet much, but it's just such a strong defensive player in the back for the Cougars. Does a good job disrupting plays, getting the ball out of high danger zones. Again, maybe not the flashiest player, but the sophomore does some of the dirty work for CUC.
Once again, we saw right there just how well defensively Concordia is. They're back 5. Allie Brown. Loses it, then regains it then. It's a play on the far touchline. Well read that time. By Gallardo. Now Concordia has it. Outlet pass right there. Watson. Not in time. And well read. But it's Xavier. Now turning back. Here is Henry. Pass against all well right there by Hernandez. Now she looks to push up forward now. And does pass to Watson, who then was looking to find right there. Chancellor and a foul right there. Chancellor pushed, I believe it was Gallardo, by accident. Shit. Long boot right there. Headed but not out. That'll be a throw in inside the final third for St. Xavier. And a foul. They're going to call the foul right there that time. Fulham. First free kick opportunity here. Presenting Xavier. Hits through traffic of bodies right there. An opportunity squandered right there. And cleared away. Here comes Watson now. Looking for help. Couldn't get any help that time. And now the chase is on. And out of play, and it'll be a goal kick. So we have a pair of substitutions coming on the field for Concordia. So off goes Watson, and as well, Chancellor.
Into the match force 30, number 10, Maddie Loza, and number 21, Juliana Paulson.
Paulson and Loza coming to the game now for the first time. So they make a change when it comes to the two attackers. So already Coach Garcia is already looking to make changes already early on. We're not even halfway through the opening half.
Well, Coach Garza, as his team hasn't had much offensive success since that flurry of 2 corner kicks we saw a bit ago here in the first half. So trying to change up the personnel, get something going here. Paulson Jr. back on the team this year from last year, as is her fellow junior Medi Loza. Last year Loza was second on the team in points. So Coach Garza's seeing if he can get her going maybe a little bit, get that scoring touch she flashed last year.
They currently have a chance in the final third. Pass right there. Oh, right nearly into the feet right there of Paulson. She has it now. Dispossessed, however, she's trying to regain it back. So the pass right there to Paulson, right nearly at her feet, and that on her field, but a golden opportunity right there to get the game's first goal.
It's a good play there by Nita Ocampo from St. Xavier's. Stuck her foot out, broke up that pass, because I think if she wasn't there, that would have landed right at Paulson's feet, and she would have had an easy shot at the goal.
Boom by Loza, shot over the net and over the 2 goalposts. First opportunity for the Concordia in quite a while since the Cypress shot.
Well, I think one of Concordia's problems right now, and obviously this is what you want. They're trying to enter the zone. They're trying to enter the offensive side of things really cleanly with possession, which of course is what you want. But when those passes aren't going your way, which they just aren't right now for either team, you just kind of have to dump the ball in and hope you get a good throw in, maybe a corner kick or a free kick here or there to give yourself some help. But you got to get the ball down there to begin with, and I think they're just trying to be a little too pretty with how they do it right now.
And not only that, it's a byproduct of having 5 defenders in the back, in which the type of style they want to play is that they want to play counter-attacking style. They want numbers forward and take advantage of when St. Xavier's defenders go outward towards the midfield. So in the very few opportunities they have during the game, they have to capitalize on it. Otherwise, that brand of soccer just cannot work efficiently. There, Hernandez, a little 1-2 between her and full on. Oh, beautiful move right there, Hernandez. I was looking to outlet pass right there. Well read that time. That'll be a throw in for Concordia. Another substitute change. That's off now. Go see right on the field. Gosa will now enter the pitch for the first time today.
Gosa, another Monmouth transfer to CUC this year, along with Sims. Coming in today, 57 games up played throughout her career. 2 of those have been in the maroon and gold.
Brown, out that pass there. Paulson has an opportunity to cut down the angle. Paulson shoots. It's in the back of the net. It is! Opening goal of the game for Concordia off the foot of Paulson. Concordia 1, St. Xavier 0. Beautiful pass and an even greater finish right into the bottom right corner.
Well, we've seen it a couple times, or at least the attempts a couple times today. Cougars relying on the speed of some of their attackers, as we're going to see the replay come up here. So they let Paulson, she's got some speed in her game. She's able to get around her defender and create that one-on-one like we saw earlier with Siebert. And again, credit Gonzalez, good positioning. She got a hand on it, but not enough. That trickled into the corner of the net. So congrats, Juliana Paulson, first goal of the season. Gives her team the 1-0 lead right now.
The junior from Miller Park, as you mentioned, gives them a 1-0 lead and a critical opening goal. Here comes Brown again.
The span was talking on earlier, that's what happens when you just sometimes have to dump the ball down, as you get a lucky break like that when one of your quicker players like Paulson or like Siebert we saw earlier, they're able to go get that breakaway opportunity. You know, between that goal and Siebert's move earlier, those have been the best scoring chances we've seen from the Cougars today.
And as things ever look to equalize here as a shot falls right into the arm right there. That's Lindsay. So as we mentioned, the goal right there on the assist of Ali Brown. So she's doing all the work in the midfield, box to box, from one side of the final third to another. We are currently in a mix of technical difficulties. We will get that fixed as soon as possible. For now, opportunity to final third. St. Xavier on a whistle and a foul. They're going to say the foul that time was on, I believe it was on Gonzalez. Hard hit there, now on the ground is Gonzalez. And hopefully she's all right. She is attended right now by the medical staff.
Say Falona and Gonzalez both went up for the same header at the same time. Fortunate accident, they hit heads on each other. So Falona, both getting checked out by the athletic training staff here at CUC. Falona up on her feet getting looked at, but Gonzalez still taking her time to get up.
We'll take a quick break and we'll resume with 18:10 left here in the opening half. We are back. We have 18-10 left in the first half. It's a scary moment in this game as Jacqueline Gonzalez and Xavier fell on the floor. However, thankfully she is back up and walking. But now it's time for both teams to refocus and get back in the rhythm.
It's a hard collision there between the heads of Falona for CUC, as you mentioned. St. Xavier's player. So glad to see both players back up on their feet getting attended to right now.
In fact, so it'll be a free kick to the Cougars of Concordia. So we have 18-10 remaining in the opening half. Concordia got on the scoreline first with a goal by Juliana Paulson. The assist from Allie Brown. That is currently the difference at the moment, as both teams came into the day in search of their first win.
Well, this is what you want for the Cougars. It's their first lead of the year. Now, obviously, you don't want to sit back on your defensive players, but if you need to, you can now that you have that lead. Obviously, some more offensive support would be appreciated, but if that doesn't happen, at least you have the lead now.
Brown, the Paulson looking for a second. Too much there on the pass. And Ryan into the gloves of Gonzalez.
That seems to happen. A lot of passes for the Cougars are just a little too far ahead of their intended target. And that's, something that'll hopefully get better as the season goes along. Again, we're still in the early going here in 2022 this season. But those passes just get a little closer to those intended targets, those nice plays that we've seen almost unfold like that one right there. Those are going to start paying off.
Since Paulson's entered the game, she has given Concordia a spark in the final third on the attack. Speaking of attack, the Xavier have been trapped in the final third. They can enter into the attacking third, but they can't do anything once they get into it. Bowers has it right now. Put it away that time. Kenworthy. And I got out of the work on the back. It nearly gets there in time. Now Gallardo tries to play it out. Brown takes it. Tries to keep it in. And she did a good enough job. It'll be a throw-in for Concordia.
Nice attempt there from Paulson. Almost getting in front of Ocampo on that one. Picking that ball off would have been a good opportunity. Again, Cougars offensively at least really relying on the speed of players like Paulson and like Jamie Siebert. We saw her on that breakaway opportunity earlier. They just get that ball down in the offensive side of things a little bit more often. That speed's going to start being utilized.
Opportunity here. Sal. And it'll be a corner. Third corner of the day for Concordia. An opportunity here to potentially extend the lead now to 2. So Kenworthy will take it on her right foot. Concordia have 4 players in the box. Swinging corner. It falls right nearly cleared away at the last moment within Xavier.
So that's 23, Ashley Clifton. I'm pretty sure it was just her and the net on that one. So if Clifton wasn't there, I think that would have been a CUC goal. So good positioning and strong play from Clifton. I think she wipes a goal off the board.
And now a race to get it on the near side of the touchline. Bowers boots it away. Thrown up coming. Xavier. Throwing it in will be Diaz. Sophomore out of Chicago. She has it again. Swings in the cross. Nobody home, however. Bowers heaves it away.
Well, I talked about strong defensive play out of players like Fernandez. Bowers is right up there, too. She's got a lot of reach at 5'8". She's really good at just getting the ball out of those high danger zones. So strong. So Bowers, part of the reason the Cougars, they've only allowed 2 goals thus far in the season. And, again, one of those was a penalty kick against Lake Forest.
Throw in here. As a race to get there. Xavier can't get there. Diaz. Swings it in right there. Was looking at that time. Holly still has it. Shot blocked on the way through. Corner. First one of the game now. Presenting Xavier.
Good play there by Kenworthy, staying with the play, staying in front of her, the player she's defending. And that's a good shot opportunity. If Kenworthy's body wasn't in the way, we could have had tied a game. We could have had a tied game right here.
Swinging corner. And it goes through several attackers in Xavier. However, they still like to regroup. And they can't anymore. They're trying to. However, the pass right there from Gazelle ends it. As I say that. A turnover and interception. Diaz. Ocampo. Shot blocked in the way there. Blocked that time by Henry. So another block. Excuse me, that time by Hernandez, I'm sorry. So another block shot. One of several so far from the Cougar defense.
You could tell how much this Cougars defense works on its positioning. They always seem to be in the right spot at the right time. Saw it with Kenworthy not too long ago getting the block there. That was also partially due to just her good tenacity, but Fernandez, she was right spot, got that block. So Cougars just great positioning defensively.
Henry on it. Well done there that time. And it'll be a throw-in in favor of the Cougars. Good hustle right there that time from Concordia. Ball sails past Brown. Diaz.
Cougars had a good opportunity there. A lot of players streaking down with the momentum, but just a miscue between the throw-in and then Brown, who was the intended target on it. One of those things I mentioned earlier that Cougars, they just got to tighten up a little bit, and you hope they will as the season goes on. Because, again, if that ball got to Brown, she's able to move it forward. That's probably a good scoring opportunity.
And offsides right there that time. It appeared on Diaz. 11, 10, and counting left here in the opening half. On the ball, Brown. On the left side of the touchline. Gets off the receiver, trying to win the race to get it. Can't, however, it's going to force the guy out to kick it out. In which, it'll become a throw in. Concordia. So we have another substitution coming on. So off the pitch now goes Loza. And see here in a minute who's on for her. George is now interested into the pitch for the first time today. And there she is, her first touch. A little too much out of time. Holly now. Good move there to get past the defender right there on the left side. Again, Holly continuing work. It's gonna go out. corner kick again here for St. Xavier. The third one in a matter of minutes.
With less than 10 minutes to go into the half, St. Xavier's putting up the offensive pressure here. See if they can get the equalizer before they head to the locker room.
Second consecutive corner in which the ball sails past everyone. Cleared away there. However, this time, on it is Lewis. And Lindsay will win the race to get there. Bowers winning to win the race against Diaz. Still trying to, and now it gives it off right there. A good pass right there to Hernandez. Good awareness by her. They're looking for the nearest defender.
Nice fight there between Bowers and Diaz. Bowers ends up winning it. She's able to get it out of the box, but Diaz is right on her back, applying that pressure. Again, we're really starting to see St. Xavier play hard here. I don't want to go down to the locker room down 1-0, and they're like their fellow Cougars from Concordia. They're a team who struggled to score thus far in the season. So, they're going to give it all they can get, all they can give right now in the last 8 minutes.
Once again, another two pair of substitutions came on the field for Concordia. Out goes Valles. In goes Valles and Diaz. Out goes Kowalski and Brown for Concordia. So the midfielder who gave the assist in the opening goal of the game is sitting out right now at the moment. So see how differently the Concordia Cougars play in the midfield. Dropos now has it. Trying to gain separation. Can right there. 30% Xavier. Pass right there that time. The Valves can't get there. Xavier gets control. Bowers gets control of the ball. Get up there to Paulson. Paulson. Ooh, one touch. Too heavy right there for her.
Ball took a unfortunate bounce at the last second. Ended up in Paulson's midsection rather than at her feet. If that ball was a little lower, I think she would have had a good shot attempt out of it. Instead, we're heading back towards the Cougars' net.
So far, St. Xavier is trying to win the game, playing possession on both sides of the touchline, and yet they do not want to attack the three defenders in the middle of Concordia. Good play right there by Valles. Pass out of the outreach feed right there, Gasell. Gallardo. To the way this time. Diaz has it. Tries to get up the Holly right there. As Lindsay will get there in time.
Well, despite how much St. Xavier's have been spending down on the offensive side of the pitch for them, Sunsley hasn't seen too much action today. She's only had to make one save. Hasn't even seen the ball roll her way that many times. So, again, credit those Cougars defenders doing a great job keeping that ball out of the box, making Salenzi's life a little easier today.
There comes St. Xavier again. So look to level things up under 5 minutes here. Holly. Good pass right there. Enough right there. Looks like a possible shot attempt. Blocking the way through, though, by Diaz. Now Holly feeds it off. An opportunity. Well defended there that time by Ken Worthy. She boots it out. Dropoulos. Seeing Xavier still on the pressure here. Snatsland's able to control things down. Ooh, caused a mistake there. Diaz gives it right there. Lewis, opportunity, Holly right in front of her and equalizes there that time. The ball landed on her 2 feet and just from a few yards out, she capitalizes it and St. Xavier level things up 1-1 here in the opening half.
Well, she might not have scored the goal. She got the assist, though, but the play by Hope Lewis has been really solid for St. Xavier's. You see the replay going here. Doing a good job hustling, getting the ball out, working those Cougars defenders, and then setting up the opportunity for her teammate Holly to finish things off. So again, didn't get the goal, but that goal, I mean, that whole sequence was really a result of Lewis's hard play and being at the right place at the right time.
It's now 3:30 left. Momentum change here, potentially representing Xavier.
Well, CUC, they've kind of been on their back feet the last 7 minutes or so, ever since we hit the 35-minute mark of the game. So I think they're just kind of hoping to hold on to this tie as we go into the locker room and reset before we come back out for the second half. But I said it a couple of times, St. Xavier doing a good job putting the pressure on.
And now Concordia can't get it out of their defensive third and another throw-in. These 2.5 minutes are going to feel very long for head coach Eddie Garcia. Or Eddie Garcia, I should say. Got it. We'll track there that time. By Henry. And they're going to say a throw in favor of St. Xavier. Under 2 minutes now. Diaz. Defended well that time by Fernandez. Cleared away by Bowers. So throwing it on the near side pitch. Holly. Diaz. It's going to go out for a goal kick.
Well, 1:20 left to go in the half. Cougars, I think they're best in transition offensively, again, using those speedsters they have on the attack. So just over a minute left to play. Might not seem like a lot, but they can get the goal. They've get one of those opportunities they've had a couple times today. Might just be enough time.
Passer, receiver, outlet, passer there. Rajapoulos in one-on-one. Has it, opportunity, hits the side of the net. Great pass right there by receiver. Rajapoulos right there, just couldn't finish her that time on her right foot.
Well, as I was just saying, transition's been the game winner for the Cougars. That's how they got their first goal. They almost had another chance there. So you can add Georgopoulos, one of those players who uses her speed, get ahead of the play. Just was a little too off with the shot there. Didn't have a great angle. Good defense on her back.
Now, St. Xavier look to try to get one here with 10 seconds left. And it appears that won't happen. So we will reach the conclusion of the opening half here in River Forest, all knotted up at 1 apiece. between St. Xavier and Concordia. So far, pretty good game between both teams. St. Xavier have 8 shots compared to 6 for Concordia. Concordia started off the opening goal by Juliana Paulson, and at the end of halftime, Olivia Hawley leveled things up at 1. We will get back for the start of the second half.
Concordia University Chicago is a Christ-centered Lutheran university where truth, freedom, and vocation form students for lives of influence and service for the common good. Our university offers a wide variety of undergraduate and graduate degree options that are available in person and online. That means we have a program designed for you. Whether you're a high school student, an adult returning to complete your degree, or someone looking to enhance your credentials and prepare for career growth. As a member of this university community, you'll also find support in your spiritual and personal life so you can grow in the faith and discover ways to serve others. To start your next journey with us, visit cuchicago.edu today.
We welcome you back as we get set here for the start of the second half between the Cougars of St. Xavier and the Cougars of Concordia Chicago. So far, both teams are leveled up at 1 apiece. Far as we get set. Get first half stats. I mentioned before the break, St. Xavier with 8, Concordia with 6. As the possession so far, Concordia 53 compared to St. Xavier's 47. As both teams are in search of their first win of what is a very young opening season for them. As both teams switch sides, Concordia in the all-white. This time they're going from left to right. St. Xavier in the all-black from right to left. Not only are both teams trying to get their first win of the year, both managers are trying to get their first career win. Jeff Harkness, head coach of St. Xavier, as well as Eddie Garza for Concordia. So we'll see within these next 45 minutes whether or not one of them will win their first ever game as head coach.
Well, St. Xavier really started to pick things up to end that first half. Lots of good possession in the Cougars' side of the pitch. Obviously led to the equalizer pretty late into the half. Cougars, meanwhile, transition has been their bread and butter offensively. Their one goal came from a nice breakaway from Juliana Paulson. They also had some good opportunities, one from Madeline Georgopoulos, the other from Jamie Siebert. Both of those were after a lucky, I don't know if lucky is the word, a break on transition. They can keep playing that kind of soccer, really rely on their speedsters. I think they're going to be able to put up at least another goal here.
The foul there is it got pushed, however, no foul that time. Here comes Diaz, the freshman. Leads it off right there. And receives it once again. Good play there by Brown.
Big reason for
the race right there. Watson trying to get it. Can't get it that time.
I was going to say a big reason for St. Xavier's success to end the half. They started to clean up their passing a little bit. Got that ball on the ground right to the intended target's feet more. Both teams kind of struggled with those getting those nice passes under their belts earlier in the game. So St. Xavier's picked it up. See if the Cougars can do the same. Score more than one goal for the first time this season.
First opportunity in the final third. Brown heads it, however, right into the outstretched arms of Gonzalez. Boots it away. Now the race, Diaz trying to get there. She does, and now what can she do with it? Diaz has a shot way wide to the right. Good effort on her own. However, nowhere near the target.
Good job there from Bowers getting to the inside of Diaz. Making sure she couldn't cut any closer to the net, creating that really tough angle shot. Diaz couldn't put that anywhere near the pipe even. So again, I've said before, I'll say it again, strong defensive play from the Cougars.
Because Diaz a little give and go that time between her and Almazan. pass right there. Diaz looking to get another opportunity to pass right there. Henry, one touch it. She falls to the ground. Ball still in control. Xavier, and it's gonna be cleared out. For a moment, Bowers passes it, and it's gonna stay for a corner.
Another reason we saw a bit more success for St. Xavier to end that first half. They got a couple more corner kick opportunities. The big reason they're able to keep that sustained pressure up at the end of half number 1. Let me see this one. It goes nowhere.
Nowhere Diaz. Pass right there to Lewis. Picked off there. Here comes Ocampo now with it. She falls to the ground for a moment. And now Watts on a counter. So looking to initiate a counter attack. Cleared away. Turn for Concordia.
Well, now might be a good time to mention Cougars have had a little trouble with, throw-ins, free kicks, stuff like that, getting possession of it. As we see, they're kind of struggling to do it here. But that's another thing that they're going to try and they're going to have to clean up as the season goes along if they want to find success, is using those free opportunities for possession and not losing it right off the bat.
Comes Watson, trying to out-muscle, and does. However, gets met right there by Gallardo, and she just passes it away.
Watson, sophomore out of Oak Park, Illinois. She's done some really nice work for the Cougars. Still waiting to see it show up on the scorecard, however. Coming into today, she did lead the team in shots on goal with 2. Both of those were against Lake Forest. So, Watson definitely making her presence known all over the field, really.
We didn't see her a lot at the end of the first half, but however, the start of the second half, her presence is already showing up.
Say good speed, able to out-muscle other players, as we just saw there. It's a nice, complete overall player for CUC.
There comes Holly. Equalized for St. Xavier at the end of the first half. There goes Watson. Through ball pass right there. Gonzalez kicks it away. Good awareness by her to play out from the net.
I don't totally dislike that move from Watson. She had Paulson and Wilkinson McQuaid in the area. Neither of them obviously got to it thanks to a aggressive play from Gonzalez out of net, but I think that's what it's going to have to take, is just kicking that ball forward and hoping one of your attackers can get to it before the St. Xavier's defense can.
Holly again. Brown this time.
It's hard to create a sustained success out of that game plan, but in a game like this where your settled offense isn't getting much done, that's kind of the play you have to go to.
Here comes Lewis. Well read that time by Hernandez. Now she looks to do something with it. Oh, beautiful move, however. Out of play. So now Gumpo will throw it in. Brown. Hernandez. Loses it right there for Wilkinson. Now the Watson. Ooh. Very close right there was Watson having control of it.
So just not a lucky bounce there. I think that was off the back of her left foot maybe. But we've seen a couple plays like that. Ball just takes a bad bounce, bad deflection. Cougars lose an opportunity because of it.
Oski. And then gives it back right there. Kenworthy. Now should play from one side of the field to the other one, this time for Hernandez again.
one of the first times today we've really seen the Cougars try to slow down the possession, and now Fernandez is fighting for it, and she loses it there. It bounds off of her, so get the throw in from Ocampo, but it hasn't really been their game, or at least not the game we've seen so far, is moving the ball back up and down the field, just trying to keep care of it.
Now the race is there. Diaz will win the race from Kenworthy. Lets one go from nearly 20 yards out. However, no problem that time for Silenzi, and she gets it. Another save to her tally.
Only 2 saves on the game for Silenzi. She's only faced 3 shots, and the one that got past her was by no means her fault. That was a point blank across the net goal. So I don't know if there's any goalie that could potentially stop that one, but night and day difference from last game against Lake Forest. She had to make 13 saves. That tied her career high. Got spoiled by a penalty kick, which was the only goal in the game for either side. So Silenzi getting a little less work here today. She did just a couple days ago up at Lake Forest.
Wilkinson. Hands right there. Gonzalez. Nearly 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Score remains at level of 1 apiece. But so far, in the opening 10 minutes, seems like Concordia have done a lot better job at trying to establish possession. Diaz. Trying to cut across the middle. And well read there that time. Hernandez boots it away and headed away once again by Paparelli. Throw in. And another throw in this time for Concordia. Puts it away right there. Walton tried to get it, couldn't get there in time. However, possession still at the hands of Concordia. Brown tries to win it right there, but just couldn't get past Lewis right there as the ball went through both of them.
So I don't know if that was intentional, but you saw Lewis and Brown fighting for that throw in, and Lewis almost looked like she kind of stopped putting the pressure on Brown, which made Brown take a step back and let that throw in sail right by her. So I dropped Lewis's name a couple times to end the first half. She's a big reason I think that they got that goal, especially since she got accredited with the assist. But keeping up the strong play is the freshman out of Auburn, Indiana.
It's Henry. Seaburn now. Pass to McQuaid and offside. So tad.
Wilkinson, McQuaid. She's the only other Concordia Cougar other than Paulson to score a goal this year. That was back in the season opener against St. Mary's College. First goal of her career, so see if she can unlock some of that offensive potential this year. In her junior year out of Georgetown, Kentucky.
So Campo now. Inside the Diaz. Haley now has it, tries to control it, and now looks for Lewis. Campo. Shot, but no threat right there. It's Lindsay again.
Well, of the 3 saves Silenzi's had to make, all of them have been very far out shots. Basically just had to stand still or maybe walk to the right spot to catch that ball. Again, credit the Cougar defense making their senior goalkeeper's life really easy today. But now it's time for her offense to give her a little bit of support.
Diaz trying to get past Bowers and try to kick it across the middle. Now Henry will win position back. Diaz with it. A little give and go between her and Ocampo. Ocampo, that's one rip. And again, back-to-back saves within like a minute and a half right there for Slenzi.
St. Xavier's, they're not great shots, but starting to get a couple more shots on goal. That'll go down as number 5 on the day. They got 12 shots total, but again, less than half of them are finding their way to either Salenzi or the one that found its way into the back of the net.
Here comes Wilkinson McQuaid now. Still has it. And tripped up there on a foul. A foul committed there by Almazan. Put it away. Opportunity here. Ooh. 2 Cougars right there for Concordia. Right there in between Gonzalez. Diaz on the near side of the pitch. Off it to Henry. It immediately turns it over. However, reestablish possession, however. Kicked away there. Somebody there. But Watson tries to keep the pressure up. Almost did that time. However, the pressure was good enough to force a throw-in. It's a trio of substitutions now. Come on. We're at Concordia. So Paulson, Watson, and let's see, Salvador are all off the pitch now. So on the pitch now is Sieber alongside with Loza. It's a free kick given here, St. Xavier. Campo having their go at it. Junior out of Hoffman Estates. Brown now leaves it off. And turnover. Diaz. Holly. Good effort there by her. There comes Paparelli. Boots it across the middle. There goes Ocampo. Diaz. From one Diaz to another. Then the pass intended right there for Lewis, nowhere near where she wanted it.
So you got Siebert streaking up. Oh, nice play there. It's from Ocampo. Nice sliding block.
Okay, the passes out to Diaz. Throwing in favor of Xavier. So far, it seems that in the past few minutes, all momentum has gone in favor towards St. Xavier. Snap. Bowers looks to clear it. does not lose possession against Diaz. Diaz looking for help, however, doesn't find the help that she needs. As she was looking for someone across the middle of the pitch. Now the chase is on, and it'll be a throw-in.
Well, good chance here for the Cougars at the throw-in. After St. Xavier spent a good chunk of time down on the Cougars, the Concordia Cougars' defensive end of things. So we got a player down from St. Xavier. She's back up, though. Anyways, good chance here for CUC. Get some possession. Give their defense a little bit of a breather.
Just like that. Corey has to regress. Bowers drives it ahead. Now Brown. Hernandez. Brown again, doing all the work in the midfield on both sides, attacking and defensively. There comes Diaz. Pass it to Loza. Gives off Diaz in there again. Number 3, Ali Brown once more. Doing the work defensively. Now Campo. She tries to regain it, now does. Diaz down the wing. Henry. Lewis. Lewis looking to find Henry. Couldn't do so that time. Paparelli. Immediately loses it. Now, a counter attack potentially going here.
Yes. Siebert's got the speed.
Can't get there. And a good job there by Gallardo defending the ball. And not only that, now allowing Siebert right there to get past her.
A nice play there by Siebert. Get that ball right back for CUC, or at least try to, as St. Xavier's takes it back.
Loza. Gallardo heaves it away now. So, they're going to give it off right there to McQuaid. And now, Diaz takes it away after the pass right there from Hernandez. Whistles on a foul committed by Concordia. It'll be a free kick right into center half.
Just a couple minutes off from in the 25-minute mark here in the second half. Probably a good time to mention that thanks to a rule revision this season. That one sent back out of the box. Thanks to a rule revision, there is no overtime in the regular season, so score at the end of 90 is the final score of the day.
Foul and a golden opportunity here for a free kick.
If one of these teams doesn't find that game-leading goal in the next 23 minutes, both of them will end up with their second tie of the season.
It appears it's going to come out of the football campo. Either her or from Lewis. Can the junior potentially give St. Xavier the lead? She has Diaz on the bottom if she wants to. Shot. Good save right there by Slenzi. Right in the basket.
Ocampo might want that one back. Didn't really make Salenzi work for that one. I don't think Salenzi even had to move her feet, just dropped to the ground. Landed right into her mid-region. So maybe a little bit of a wasted opportunity there from Ocampo. When you got a goalie who's as hot as Salenzi is right now, you got to make her work for those saves.
Opportunity here for St. Xavier inside the box and cutting in. Great save there by Salenzi. And cleared away just in time. First big save by Salenzi in the second half.
Well, again, I just said it, Salenzi, one of the hottest goalies in the conference right now. She showed why there. That'll be save number 6 on the day for the senior. Probably one of, if not the best save she's had to make today, too. It was a point-blank blast. Want to get our hands up.
I'm playing to be a goal kick.
Again, Cougars, they've been doing what they've been doing all season. Good defense, good goaltending. It's just like they're struggling to find that goal. Today was the first lead they've had so far in the season, but maybe a chance here is quickly ruined. So this offense, they really got to dig deep now in the next 20 minutes, find that game-winning goal. Because again, the defense and Salenzi, they're doing their part. It's time for the offense to find something.
St. Xavier again. This time Henry. Some to Holly. And then dispossessed. Cybert. Lost it there, the Gallardo. Diaz. Leaves it off. And corner. And it's in the back of the net. This time it's going to go to number 15, Hope Lewis, the freshman with her first ever career goal. And what a time to get it, as it's now St. Xavier 2, Concordia 1. Beautiful cross, and even better finish.
Well, I've talked about her a lot, and look at that. Lewis finally comes through, adds a goal onto her day. He already had an assist earlier on St. Xavier's first goal of the day, but she's just been working really hard ever since about the 10-minute left mark of the first half. She's got good speed, good positioning, and she was in perfect placement there with that header. Against Salenzi, not much she can do on that one. That was over her reach.
So Lewis, who assisted on the opening goal for St. Xavier, has now scored a potential game-winning goal if things stand as they are with less than 20 minutes left. This will be credited this time to Esmeralda Diaz, number 17. So now the question is, how does Concordia look to reestablish themselves back into the game? And more importantly, they haven't got any opportunities as of late and throughout the second half.
Well, possession's mostly stayed on their side of the pitch. I think they got to try and get things moved back to the middle third of the pitch, get it back to that midfield area, and then just start sending that ball downfield. Use those quick players on your team to get ahead of the defense. But it's hard to do that when you're trying to clear the ball so much from your own side of the pitch. So they move the scrum down 20 yards or so and then start sending that ball down and just hoping they get a break, because again, their settled offense, is just not getting anything done right now. So they're going to have to start sending some clears down and hope they catch a break.
They're still forcing the pressure on this defense for Concordia. they have already matched the amount of shots they had in the opening half. They had 8. By the end of the first half, they already have 8 with still over 15 minutes plus to go. Salvador. Miles tries to keep it, and she does. However, it falls right into the feet there of Paparelli. And now chasing back to get it was Diaz. However, Bowers has it, Ocampo takes it immediately off her feet. Ocampo once more. Dispossessed right there by Brown. Now Paulson tries to chase back for it. And can't get it. And now Lindsay has it in your hands and will boot it away. Diaz. Gives it up there to Esmeralda Diaz. Oh, try to pass it right into the middle. She was looking there for Holly again to give her second goal. But can't do it that time. So far, interestingly, so far no substitutions have been made from St. Xavier up to this point.
Speaking of substitutions, Georgopoulos back in the game for Concordia. She had a good chance to end the first half. Just a little bit too tough of an angle. I think she banged it off the right pipe. So Coach Garza putting in the players he knows have gotten chances today because they got to find an equalizer here in the last 15 and a half minutes of play.
Here's the freshman Lewis. Leaves it off right there for Diaz. She gets it and tries to give it back to Lewis. However, Georgopoulos right there. Kicks it away and it'll be a throw-in. Holly trying to get past both Kenworthy and Golowski. Can't get it. Still trying to maneuver forward. However, got stood up right there by Slenzi. Garza right there. Watson tries to get it. Falls down the ground. No foul there. That's Paparelli now. Good job there by Siebert. However, be a throw in for St. Xavier. So we are now under the 15-minute mark. Diaz. Finds Holly in the middle. Now looks to give it off to Diaz again. This time kicked away though. So far, I tell. So far, St. Xavier's dominated the second half. 17 shots compared to 6 for Concordia, and then specifically on net, 8 for them compared to 3. So far, St. Xavier, despite having more opportunities, eventually they'll capitalize, and they have so far.
I know it's kind of their defensive plan for the Cougars, just get that ball out of any high-scoring areas. There we go. Trying to find the right words there. But they got to start getting possession here. This idea of just kicking the ball out and clearing it, you know, it works earlier if you're up on the scoreboard, but They're kind of working against the clock now. They need that ball. They need possession. They need to get it downfield, which they haven't been in a lot this game. This half. And maybe a bit of a mid-game, or I should say late-game now, adjustment there for Coach Garza and his squad. Let's start focusing on getting possession of that ball rather than just worrying about clearing it off the defensive side of things.
And not only that, at one point does he start wanting to send players further up the pitch. Because at some point, because throughout most of the second half, we've only seen 2 forward strikers up front and no one else on the final third. Eventually, at some point, he needs to start sending more people forward.
Paulson and Watson, they've been getting their steps in this half, that's for sure.
Speaking of Paulson, there she is. Loses possession. Almazan. Gallardo down the wing. Holly. However, no one near her, though, to give it away. And now taken away.
Good job there by Glodowski. Tangling up Holly.
And Ocampo has a shot for the sake of it. And goes wide to the left. Watson. Had the right thing in mind, trying to get up right there. And Sieber. Now Paulson. Oh, Watson now trying to get there in time. Gonzalez kicks it away. However, not a good one there. Scary moment right there for Gonzalez. However, no one was near there except Watson, and she turned the other way.
I think that ball caught Gonzalez on the outside of her foot, which is why it veered off towards near side of the pitch. But like you said, good for her. No Concordia Cougar was in the vicinity because she was way out of position. Again, Watson doing her best to create chances for her offense here. They just got about 10 minutes left to find that equalizer. They're still going to be searching for their first win after today.
Was on a foul right there. So free kick. Here we go. Another opportunity here, Township Concordia. They've squandered several so far throughout the opening 80 minutes of play. So we're down to the final 10. So Kenworthy will take it. Does she have one in her to level the score? Here we go. 40 brings it in. Oh, Gonzalez! Oh, it's in the back of the net! Gonzalez had it and then lost it and poked away. And the Cougars, with a little bit of luck, have tied it 2-2 with less than 10 minutes here in the second half.
We're going to wait to see who the official goal scorer is. There was a bunch of bodies there. I couldn't quite make it out, but Kenworthy getting it to the net in the first place, and Gonzalez, I don't know how much velocity was on that shot, but just couldn't handle it. Looks like it bounced off her hands, bounced off her chest, and then hit the ground. Still waiting for the official score here.
They're going to give it, appears, to Paulson. And they do.
So Paulson, goal number 2 on the night, 2 on the season.
As for Gonzalez, as a former keeper myself, I know the feeling right now. She must be livid with herself from being only 10 minutes away from getting their first win of the year to now looking to only have a 2-2 draw. But they're still going for it.
Again, less than 9 minutes before the end of the game, no matter what. No overtime here in the regular season. So if it's a tie after 8.5 minutes now, then it is a tie. But both these teams want to pick up a win before they start conference play. That's not too far off in the future for both of them. In fact, Cougars will open up conference play on the 14th when they travel to Benedictine. They got one more game in between then. That'll be against North Park this Sunday. That'll be an away game for the Concordia Cougars.
Whistles and substitutions coming back onto the field for Concordia. Looking to McQuaid. Doing for Xavier.
I think we're going to see a lot more long shots taken here, both actual just long shots at the net as well as big passes like this one off of Bauer's foot, because these teams, they got to find something. 7 minutes to go in the game.
Xavier through ball, and they're going to say offsides. On Hernandez. So the question is now, which team will go for it more? Which team will attack more? Well, at the risk. Oh, opportunity here. Sieber. Oof. Too much. Too much there on the pass. Gonzalez hold on to it. As I was saying before I lose my thought right there. Which team will go for it more attacking while exposing themselves defensively is a real question. Or will both teams almost settle for a 2-all draw? Foul as both Lewis got fouled there that time inside the box. So it'll be a direct kick right there for Gonzalez.
No matter what the result is today, I think this is a step in the right direction for both of these teams. Both of them only coming in today scoring 1 goal. They get 2 here. There's a big chance here.
There could be 3 here. Henry, good slide right there by Slenzi. Not allowing Henry the opportunity to finish it and take a shot.
So, continuing best offensive output we've seen from these two teams thus far into the season.
There comes Wilkinson McQuaid. Through ball. Trying to get it to Watson. Oh, Watson has an opportunity now. Catchy finisher. Gonzalez gets there in the chase. And a foul as Watson drags Gonzalez down. Clear foul right there, and Watson's going to get booked for yellow.
So you can see Watson didn't go down that cleanly. Gonzalez, didn't go down cleanly. It looked like Watson pulled on her arm. She's back up walking around. She's played every minute in goal so far for her team. So head coach Jim Harkness obviously doesn't want to see his junior netminder go down, especially now that we got under 5 minutes to go in the game.
Gonzalez still searching for her first win as a starting keeper coming today. Career record of 11 losses and 1 draw. So should they hang on, it'll be a good result for them. Gallardo got to that first before Paulson.
Nice play there by Gallardo. Coming out of nowhere, break up that play. Making its way to Paulson.
Throwing it on the far side of the pitch now.
A little update. That was a yellow card awarded to Watson when she dragged Gonzalez down. First yellow card on the season for CUC. Not when you want to seed either, trying to come away with a win here in crunch time.
Here comes in Xavier trying to push in the final third. A foul right there. Foul there by Henry.
Both teams getting a little bit more physical now. Play that Watson play on Gonzalez, and then saw that play between Henry and Kenworthy. Teams know they don't want to go back home, or I should say St. Xavier's don't want to go back home. Concordia doesn't want to leave the field today with another tie or loss under their belt.
Let's get heads in. And now Watson. Can she win the race? Now does. Splits the two defenders. Can pass it off right there to Paulson. Now does. Paulson for the hat trick here. Save Gonzalez. Ball still up for grabs. Fernandez has it. Paulson.
Paulson's down.
They let play continue. Hernandez cross it in here potentially. Does so. Oh, Xavier. Oh, not positioned to get it.
I think Paulson's going to have to come out. She's back on her feet. Say a couple, you can hear some fans. You could also see Coach Garza arguing about it. They're wanting a call on Gonzalez for bringing Paulson down. Big physical slide from Gonzalez to break up that play. It was a good play. I mean, almost looked like a certain goal from Paulson. So good play, but was it a clean play? That's the question.
Indeed. As now we are nearly under 2 minutes. Is there one more goal between either of these two teams in them?
Cougars got some momentum right now ever since that last goal.
We'll get to McQuaid. Corner kick upcoming.
Say Wilkinson McQuaid. Some collision on her there as well. So, again, I mentioned it a couple minutes ago. Both teams getting a little bit more physical. They got to be careful that doesn't lead to anything too dangerous, both for each other's health, but also for the results.
Concordia sending 8 players in the box. And right there to Gonzalez. No issues for her.
I think Gonzalez is still a little banged up from that Watson player. Also, maybe that collision she had with Paulson. Doesn't look like she's moving around 100%. They're coming out and grabbing that corner kick.
Henry. Rosa. And the parent handball, and it is right there. And Paulson. 1 minute left. Will there be a winner? Here we go. Hernandez falls on the ground. Now Lewis, the freshman, who's looking to give it there to Diaz. Now that race is between Xavier and Haley. They get it. Xavier gets it. 30 seconds remaining. Now they have to push it. However, there's not enough push right there. There we go. The race right there between Gallardo and both Watson and Paulson. Look, Gallardo was calling for a hand right there. Nothing. Throw in. 10 seconds left. Now or never. Xavier gives it to Watson. And that's how it's going to end here at 10-day. After 90 minutes, nothing can separate these two teams. St. Xavier and Concordia in a hard-fought 2-all draw. And both teams are probably going to go after this game thinking that they should have won it.
It was a good effort from both teams. Again, a step in the right direction for them both offensively, scoring 2 goals apiece. St. Xavier's especially, their goals were really nice looking, getting it right into the box, that high danger area, high scoring chances. Cougars, they had a bit more luck on their side for their goals. Both of them coming off of the feet of Paulson, but both teams, both first-year head coaches still looking for their first wins. They're going to have to wait at least a couple more days to find it.
Concordia will have a chance to do so, as you mentioned earlier, Peter, on Sunday when they take on North Park. Both teams still winless on the year. However, good old 2-all draw. For Peter Barkowski and everyone here in the entire crew here, River Forest, this is Rafael Gonzalez saying so long, and as always, go Cougars.
Concordia University Chicago is a Christ-centered Lutheran university where Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.